This is Drifter. She's the newest survivor added to Risk of Rain 2, unlockable in the Allo Collective DLC. She's a short-range brawler with a lot of utility and a surprising amount of bulk. Most of her kit revolves around junk, a unique pickup that can be spent on abilities or gained by beating things up. In my limited experience with Drifter, I found that she's actually a very unique and probably one of the most fun characters in the game, and this is primarily because she's able to interact with the world in a way that no other character can. So if you're looking at playing a mini scavenger, Drifter is probably for you. But without further ado, let's get into the abilities. If you want to skip right to the gameplay, here's the timestamp. Her passive is Trash to Treasure. Any scrap that Drifter picks up grants a unique buff, and the type of buff depends on the type of scrap. Common scrap gives 6% movement speed, uncommon scrap gives 3 health regeneration per second, legendary scrap gives 30% attack speed, and boss scrap gives 15% cooldown reduction. This is a very thematic passive for a character that revolves around picking up junk, and it gives you a reason to scrap undesirable items right away. And while the stats aren't great, they might be better than whatever you have on hand. I'd absolutely take 6% movement speed over a bungus if I don't need it immediately. Now I do think the strongest effect among the scrap is the boss scrap, giving 15% cooldown reduction. That is less cooldown reduction than Alien Head, which has 25. But it will be a lot easier to get boss scrap than it will be to get one particular red. So overall, this is a very good utility passive. Being able to get stats from your scrap is just a very nice thing to have, allowing you to get some mild benefits before you find a printer. Her primary is Blunt Force, a 3-part attack where the last attack stuns. Each attack has a chance to drop junk on hit, and if you hit something while in the air, it keeps you airborne, much like a mercenary attack. Overall, a very basic ability, but it does give you scrap, which is very important for your next ability. Your default secondary is Cleanup, an ability that lets you throw junk at your enemies as well as one random projectile. You can also use 2 junk to bypass the cooldown of the ability entirely, making it very spammable if you have a lot of junk on hand. This is a very powerful mid-range projectile and it deals a pretty good amount of damage. Now as for the random projectile, you might get a ball of junk, a sticky bomb, a Molotov cocktail, banded serrated shiv, like 5 serrated shivs for some reason, a barrel that gives money, engineer's bubble shield, Maltese cluster munitions, a healing drone that leaves a healing area where you drop it, scavenger squibs which also apply on kill effects, 3 scavenger squibs, a gilded blessing that creates a golden elite projectile and explodes into gold, Handy's head which creates a stunning explosion and a healing area, and a skull that explodes into Nakahana's opinion projectiles. The projectile shows up on your back when your ability is off cooldown and also has a little outline showing the rarity of that projectile. This ability is very strong with backup mags as there's effectively no real cooldown and you can spam this really hard, and on top of the damage the random junk deals, the random projectile can also deal a good amount of damage. So with enough backup mags or scrap, you're able to take down big targets very easily. Your alternate secondary is Junk Cube, where you slam down dealing damage and leaving a cube. This cube can be knocked around by hitting it with your primary attack and deals a big chunk of damage when you hit an enemy directly. You can also use 4 junk to bypass the cooldown, leaving multiple cubes out at once. You either try to aim it at airborne enemies or just throw it around for some extra damage, and similar to Cleanup, it's very powerful when you have enough backup mags. There are probably a lot of things I haven't figured out that you can do with the junk cubes, so honestly, have fun with it. Just do whatever you want. I'm sure there are insane things people have done with the junk cube that I just could never figure out myself. Your default utility is Repossess, allowing you to loot and bag up an enemy or interactable into your bag. While an object is in your bag, your primary is always a slam that drops junk on hit and deals pretty good damage. You can throw whatever's in your bag to deal damage to enemies, or you can just slam things. Interactables in your bag have a unique health bar, and after being destroyed, they always drop 4 scrap. The same is true for killing enemies or throwing them at another enemy. You can move chest shrines or printers into better positions. You can use open chests and barrels to increase damage and get you scrap. You can use it as an extra jump or to negate fall damage. You can punish shrines for not giving you good prizes. You can defenestrate your enemies. All things considered, this is probably Drifter's defining ability, as it allows you to interact with the world in a way that no other survivor can, and because of this I would have a hard time using the alternate utility Tornado Slam. This ability deals damage in an area, spinning around and bouncing off of big enemies, and whatever you hit can sometimes drop junk. This is the purely offensive ability, sacrificing the utility for Repossess in exchange for speed and damage. With enough big enemies this can get very weird, and quite honestly it is very hard to control when you have so many big enemies around you. You can cancel it early by jumping or attacking, but I'm assuming you want to use it for the damage, so I'm sure this is very strong if you have a lot of on-hit effects, but in my experience this is just not as good as Repossess. But of course I'm not going to tell you what you should and shouldn't play, so test it out for yourself, maybe you'll enjoy it more. Your default special is Salvage, where you consume 8 scrap to give you 4 temporary items. The rarity of the temporary items seem to follow small chests, mostly giving common items but also having a chance to give you uncommon or even legendary items. There is not much to it, you just throw a bunch of items on the ground and pick it up for later. Now this ability does have a 30-second cooldown, which makes it quite long, and it means you can't use this ability super often, but whenever you hit that temporary red, it feels amazing. Now your alternate special is Tinker, allowing you to consume 8 scrap to make a little pulse. This pulse deals a little bit of damage, stuns, and applies a random debuff. But more importantly, at least for me, you're able to re-roll printers, multi-chops, and soup. And if an item is already on the ground, you can scrap it and get a temporary copy of that item. This is just a better recycler and scrapper all in one. Now there is a limit to how much you can re-roll printers and stuff, only up to twice, but overall this is still a very strong utility ability, especially since its cooldown is shorter than recycler. Now being able to re-roll multi-chops is already very good, but being able to re-roll printers can be game warping. Like imagine you find a white printer that you don't particularly like, and then you re-roll it into crit. That alone can shift the trajectory of your whole run. Now obviously it is completely random, so there's no guarantee you'll get something good, but in most cases you'll probably get something better. Now I do want to show off some Drifter gameplay, but first I want to go over some interesting interactions. Regenerating scrap does count as green scrap for trash to treasure, getting you a good chunk of health regen for every pickup. Repossess changes your M1, allowing you to take Revisions of Heresy to alternate between a ranged attack and the Repossess Slam. You will have to be careful with this if you're using junk cubes, since the Essence of Heresy will not move the cube around, but you could always just repossess the cube and beat people with that anyway. Temporary items don't start ticking down until you pick them up, so leaving any temporary items you get from Salvage near the teleporter for when it's about to start is a very good way to get a major power boost for that teleporter boss. It's also important to mention you can kind of do this infinitely if you have junk cubes, Salvage, and Repossess, because you can just get infinite junk, infinite items, and if you're in a place like the Lunar Bazaar, you can do this infinitely with no repercussions at all. Yeah, if you're using the junk cube and Repossess, this is one of the easiest ways to get junk in places that don't have any interactables for you to pick up and slam. If you have Tinker, this will allow you to re-roll the Lunar Soups. And that's all I could figure out in my time playing. If there's anything I missed, leave a comment below and we will go over that in another video. And without further ado, here is some Drifter gameplay. I'm sure you could do the teleporter just... oh... wow. That's so nuts, dude. Alright, there we go. Get away from my son! Oh my god. I didn't even have to cheese it. It does. Ooh, and this is better. Death. And gold. Gold. Give me the gold. Sorry. I might as well take it. Oh my lord. This is the run. Ooh, yeah. I need this Scorchworm to die. I need to kill this Scorchworm. Yo! This is really good on Drifter. Oh, yes! That's exactly what we're looking for, man. Oh, man. I swear I'm not cheating. This is such a crazy run. What is happening, man? Oh! Gotta be a little careful. But you know what? Right now, things are going very well. Oh, is this a good showcase of Drifter? Or are my items too good. Oh shit. Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm slightly worried about this one. I'm slightly worried about this one. Okay, you know what? This is going well. This is going fine. I just need more projectiles. I need more ammo. That's a lot of guys! That's a lot of guys! Come on. Nice. No! Man. Okay, so no charge perforator, unfortunately. Oh. We'll hit that just in case. Oh, yeah, brother! Oh my god! You're freaking me out, man. Oh! Good thing I hit that thing. Well, I am doing pretty well. This is nowhere... It hit me again! That thing's sniping me, man. Oh, thank God. Okay. There are a lot of houses... Oh, my God. Oh, my God, dude. Oh, and it's giving me a void portal as well. This is like... It's telling me to end the run. This game is telling me to end the run right now. Is that a green printer? Oh! Oh! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh! That does seem to work. Oh! Well, the exact thing I said I didn't want to have happen has happened. Oh God, right. I forgot about that. No! Oh, I got invalidated. I got invalidated. Alright, let's get this last guy out of here. Yeah. The invalidators are way more dangerous than any of the other bosses, in my opinion. Alright. Nice, you did hit both. Okay, good. I can't tell. Okay, this one. That's not bad. Could do this. Oh no, I can't. I don't have fuel cells anymore. Yeah, don't look at how many lunar coins I spent. We're gonna be doing something interesting. This is gonna go so poorly. Oh. Dude. Of course. Of course it was.